Spain is one of the hardest hit countries globally, with 17,500 people dead from the virus. But the death toll is now on a downward trend. Some parts of the economy are reopening after a 2-week...
Germany is one of the countries set to begin slowly easing some restrictions. Some schools will reopen in early May, but bars, restaurants, theaters, and religious services will remain closed indefinitely.
For 1 month, Canadian businesses increasingly shut down. Now the first pivot towards reopening.
Small shops are open, gatherings of up to 10 people are permitted, and on the sidewalks, bars are once again welcoming.
This is the time for countries to continue to work hard on the basis of science, solutions, and solidarity.
Good day, everyone. I'm Arthur from KEDACOM. As COVID-19 continues to spread, it's not only rapidly increased the number of infections, but also severely affected the world economy. Under the economic pressure of various governments, it is imminent for factories and enterprises to resume production. However, how to do a good job in safety management and control to prevent epidemic from recurring is also the most important issue facing all regions. Now, during our conversation, if you have any questions, please ask below, and our technical support will answer you. And also, I will pick a few questions for the Q&A sessions later. Now, today as first online session, we invited our technical director, Victor, to join us here to discuss about a better solution for epidemic prevention.
Hello, everyone. Mr. President, as COVID-19 rages out of control earlier this year, we have now seen that the situation is getting slowly better in many countries. We have concluded the 3 most effective and preventive measures to curb the spread of the virus from the success stories that we have already seen all over the world. First, we saw that it is tracking and control the infection source, as it may be a common sense now. Increase in body temperature or fever has been taken as an indication of a potential infection.
Yeah.
The second, it is to break the transmission of break the chain of transmission. Wearing a face mask is the most cost-effective way to prevent the interhuman transmission.
Yeah.
Thirdly, we may need access and crowded control means for public places like business center, schools, and community. As today's topic, to reduce the risk at the entrance, avoid the gathering, and then take actions to control the passengers' flow.
Okay, do you mean the thermometers which we used in hospital?
Yeah, you're right. This is the first option. But as we can see that there are many temperature screening solutions in the market, and generally we classified them into 2 major categories. The first type will be the forehead thermometer, which is simple and a more economical option, widely used in our daily life. Okay. But under the current condition of COVID-19 protection, close contact is required to make sure the accuracy of the temperature measurement. At the same time, there is no record-keeping system in place, and have to hire a temperature screener to stand by 24/7. It may be a very good choice for home use, but not so suitable for current situation. As the other type, as we can see from the slide, it is what we can see in many public transportation hubs now, like railway stations and airports. Usually we have body thermal cameras installed at the main entrance and exit, together with PC workstation to monitor and verify the screen records. Yeah. It is effective, and the deployments are very quick and convenient, which is very important at the early stage of the COVID-19 outbreak. Okay. But of course, this solution has also its own limitations. If we have to say, the biggest disadvantage of such solution is about the cost, and the equipment is meant for temporary period use only, which is not very affordable for SME users.
Okay. So, from your opinion, any recommendations for SME users?
For SME application or user and users that we may need to considering about the balance of the cost, balance of the cost and the performance. Our access control terminal with temperature screen would be a better choice. Here we can have a brief overview of the highlights for KEDACOM face recognition and temperature screen terminal. For example, as we can see from the slide that it has Vox thermal sensor and a KEDACOM chipset inside for high accuracy temperature measurement. Also face recognition based on access control function, face mask detection and AES encryption for data security. To sum up, we saw that it is a powerful and stable option and also with a high accuracy that will help to reduce the risk at the entrance.
Yeah, but as you know, there are a bunch of access control products in the market with different designs, different prices, and most of them are support temperature measurement. So as so many options in the market, the consumer search can always direct by the prices. So maybe you can explain to us what's the difference between our products and the others.
Yeah, of course. That's the first I was talking about is Vox thermal sensor, as I mentioned.
Yeah.
With this sensor, that's the measurement accuracy can reach up to 0.5, 6 degrees. Together with the KEDACOM chipset and the built-in deep learning algorithm, the temperature measurement will be based on the face recognition and the detect the full heat temperature only. At this point, let me show you a demo video. I think that will explain what's the difference between our product and others.
Okay.
Access permitted.
Right, so another cameras, instead of measuring our body temperature, it actually measures the temperature of that hot tea.
Yeah, of course, because that's as you can see, when someone passing by with some other hot sauce, it will detect that one instead of the human itself.
Oh, all right.
It is not very reasonable.
Yeah.
About difference that besides the thermal sensor, and I will talking about the face mask, as I mentioned. We all agree that wearing face mask is one of the most effective way to prevent the spread of the COVID-19.
Yeah.
So we embedded the face mask detection algorithm in the device. It can detect and remind people to wear a face mask correctly when they try to enter the building or some public places. Here we have got feedback from our customers that in hospital, showing that how they are satisfied with face mask detection function.
Right.
As you can see that I have tips for you that if you want to use the face mask detection. And once you enable the mask detection under quick passing mode, please slow down the threshold of face recognition to increase the direct detection accuracy.
Okay, so after your speech, it looks not bad to have one. Okay, let's say I'm the buyer, I bought it and I want to put in my office. And you know, I'm not a tech guy. So am I able to install it alone? Maybe I wonder how thick is your product, the manual?
Yeah, I think that you're definitely not the only one who worried about such installation problem. We have now provided 3 installation methods for indoor use. First, when you unpack the box, and you will find that there is a tripod comes along with the terminal itself. So you can attach the terminal on the tripod and then feel free to place it anywhere you like. It can also be installed on a wall for places where it has fixed entrance and exit Last one, by law list that for experience, so places which have barrier gates installed, you can just integrate our product with the current with the existing system. Then you are free to go.
Okay.
About the installation, let's have a quick look at the installation method.
Sure, let's check it. Not bad. That's almost exactly what I expected. And what about the setting part?
About setting part, I think that you're talking about the quick start after the installation, right?
Yeah.
I think that you can see that the terminal has a touch screen.
Mm-hmm.
So with the touch screen, you can all the operation can be done on that start menu to personal information management to event search, right. Just like what you do on your smartphone. About the installation, that I think there is another function that I need to introduce to you. Mm-hmm. This is very important. Mm-hmm. What we call it is multiple verification mode. Yeah. So now we combine the temperature records, face recognition, and card number, face detection, and together to as a verification trial mode. So it is just to show that the access control limitation. So let's have we have a video that to show you that help you understand that how the verification works.
Okay.
Access permitted. Access permitted. Access permitted. Access permitted.
Okay, I want to ask you, does your product save all the measuring history? What if it's a big company and hundreds of employees?
Yeah.
I want to know, is it really safe, and is it able to record all the data inside?
Yeah. Yes. With the device now, terminal itself, that we has built-in 64 gigabit SD card. Yeah. We have designed the web client for the terminal, so where all the temperature measurement history are recorded. Mm-hmm. You can also export any temperature data to Excel if you want from the web client.
Okay.
So it is very suitable for independent use as a standalone device without any backend software or PC workstation. Mm-hmm. Of course, as you mentioned about the data security, this is a very serious topic. The terminal itself supports AES 256 encryption, as I mentioned it earlier,
okay.
To secure the data which are saved in the memory. So even if the device is stolen.
Right. Then for commercial buildings, factories, hospitals, or maybe some industrial park where we have multiple entrances. So each entrance, I need a set of your access control. And how do I control your terminal at different locations?
For this kind of requirements, I think it's not only you, but also our customers has already mentioned or feedback us before. We have the body collar IMR, which you may know as a platform to connect and manage multiple access control terminals with a single platform. Via such unified platform, we can manage all the personal information, alarm events, access control records from Portal in vStation Pro, the software we designed for IMS management. Also, we gotten some feedbacks from the customers that there might be some factors that they can cause a high body temperature. For example, after jogging or sunbaths from outside, when outdoor temperature may be 36 degrees or higher. So when they go to the terminal, it will trigger alarm threshold. To handle such situation, we added the recheck function on the mobile app VC Pro. Once the high temperature alarm is triggered, the app will receive a push notification, and the officer can recheck the temperature of the passenger to make sure that such kind of law, make sure the law recorded in the system is the correct one.
Right. Another question for you. How to avoid people gathering when the supermarkets, banks, reopen?
For this kind of gathering control, as we discussed at the beginning, we recommend the passenger flow control, which based on the people counting and liver, which I bring here today, to give a early warning at the entrance. We have a promotion video we made for our customers, and which you might be interested in such application.
Yeah, sure. That looks good. Okay, let me summarize your points for you. KEDACOM access control integrates face recognition, ID access, mask detection, of course, temperature measurement, fast and accurate. Moreover, it has high flexibility and is easy to install. It can use alone for single entrance, also pair up with AR and VR for multiple places or various scenarios. And lastly, it supports data query and export. With AES encryption, it makes our data safe, correct?
Yeah, you are right, but you missed the most important, besides the function. Besides the function that I think the value is that even after the COVID-19 pandemic, the terminal is also a very useful means for access control. Yeah, so it is very It is a very cost-effective investment for the end users compared to the other options. So also together with IMR, it can extend more valuable applications for the end users.
All right. In that case, maybe you can share a few more scenarios for us. I think we still have time, right?
I thought today's discussion is quite a good start on such a new normal. Let's save the better for later, okay?
Okay, let's save the better for later then. Now, we already received a few questions from our audience, and I'll pick a few and let Victor to answer. Okay, one of the audience says that as for outdoor environment, it may be noisy, and is there any possibility to connect alarm siren?
Yeah, of course. This is what we have already done. We have already integrated alarm siren, and it has the terminal itself has alarm in and alarm out, and we can connect such a siren, alarm siren to the customer's firmware supports the Spanish voice promotion which has been installed in many Spanish countries. Also, that we have support up to 11 countries language voice promotion. I think this is something easy for us.
Okay, thanks, Victor. And thanks very much for watching. In the meantime, you can also follow us in Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn so that you won't miss any newest info from us. And that's all for today. Thanks. See you next time.
Bye. I got the interface that someone is asking that can we use web Brandis Excel ask that can we use web browser as monitoring? Yes, of course. That's as I said, that the terminal itself has a web client, so you can use browser to open the like IP cameras and the additionally that not only the live view but also the records, temperature records, and access control records can all export from the web browser. Let me see any other. So we have used sensor. Yes, it works. Is what I mean about the thermal sensor is works amino oxide. What's the effective temperature measure distance? And now, the second question: what's the effective temperature measurement distance? And now that's actually that we have already updated the firmware for several times. We can up to 1.5 meters. All the difference about the measurement distance is a very good question. That if the distance is long enough, it's not about the it's not only about the thermal sensor. That if, for example, some product may mention that they support 2 meter or even higher. So I think based on current technology, it's not so responsible for customers. So we limited our distance at 1.5 meter. The question, there are too many questions. That let me pick one more. Okay, pick one more about people counting right now. People counting is growing very fast about the device. About the people counting sensor that's with IMER, all the relay is output for to the IMER. So if they with the interface on the WeStation Pro, so you, as a demo video shows that the people gathering, all the alarm will trigger to the WeStation Pro. So it's not directly to the from the people counting sensor. KEDACOM have planned to add a relay output on device. Yes, this is what we are going to do, and but currently that people counting sensor is addition is not our main business. It's just additional value to expand the solution. This what you mentioned is what we are going to do. The people counting, we will not only the people PC4, but only we have the 2 NAND sensors that is going to release in the near future. Which firmware version supports temperature measurement up to 1.5 meters? You can use a message here that we can send you the firmware later by email. Okay. Guaranta, right? We will send you by email. You still see automatic temperature screen cameras. Automatic temperature screen cameras that is out of sale now. That we are now, as what we can see now, we are focusing on the temperature screen for SME users. Okay. Let me pick one. Does your face panel auto calibrate? Yes, of course. That's that is what actually that if you are familiar with us, that you may know we have a human recognition camera. So the technology with of the terminal face recognition is the same as as a human recognition camera. So it supports the auto calibrate. Oh, okay. Maybe I missed someone's questions that our college will note all the questions and send you by emails, and I think today is over.
Yeah, it's almost time. It's like
is anyone
4:26 now. All right, maybe 4 more minutes, right? Now it's 4:26, and we will end at 4:30. Okay.
Can we set tomorrow? Yes, I saw that someone. Let me read some answers from my college. That some questions you may be interested. Can we set verification mode only in temper? This is a specific gate for visitor which do not have any info registered previously. Yes, it is possible. That is what we talked about the verification mode. If we register a random person and set the name as welcome, so plus that we set the face recognition threshold to load down to, for example, 10%. In this case, anyone will be recognized as welcome and should be let in without any problem. However, we should register at least one person. It is also based on face recognition, but you can set the person registered as the name welcome, and once anyone pass by and load down the threshold, it will recognize and show welcome for the visitors. Jeffrey is also Jeffrey. He asked when high temperature detect the system able to capture face and send the notification to NVR? Yes, it is. Yes, as my colleague replied, it is possible. As that all the data would be transferred to INVR for multiple access control terminals management. To do the central management, the captured face is also saved. As you may know that this terminal, we has another model, which one is not support the thermal sensor. This is a basic function of the access control terminal with our NVR. Yes, some questions noticed. Oh yes, I missed one question from Vahan. He is asking about the working temperature. Now we tested that the lowest temperature is working temperature is around 26 degrees. As we know that it's also about the thermal sensors. It is limited by the thermal sensor. Yes, as my colleague mentioned again, that the access control terminal is designed for indoor use. We all know that the thermal sensor is necessary to avoid sunshine directly or some other light directly to the sensor, and also avoid some high wind to avoid the destroy of the sensor. Yes, all questions were questions. Okay.
It's almost 4:30, and okay, that's all for today. And you can also keep following our Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn so that we will have more info for you. And all the questions, my colleague will answer you through emails also. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Thanks.
Bye.